Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we have a patient CR-7A American version. That's what we have. The buttons are in interesting state. Door doesn't open. Looks like all tape transfer stuck into some position when it cannot identify, and cam motor doesn't working. So what I will be doing, I will open it, remove tape transport, remove cam motor, and we'll be doing full disassemble and cleaning for this motor, and then we will start from there. See you in a moment. All right. I remove the top cover and the front panel, and as I may see, nothing changed. So direct drive motor is working. This guy is not. Okay, we just make it work. No, still. I just deoxidized these switches. It looks like motor tries, but it just can't. Alright, so we need to remove tape transfer to get down to this motor. So it tries to rotate, but it's not working. Right. Let me pull it out. See you soon. Alright, here I removed tape transport, removed azimuth motor. It just 3 screws, not complex job, and removed this panel with cam gear, and like cam motor. Alright, now I need to desolder motor and remove it out of here to work on it. But before I will check how it works, I will apply like about 4 volts to see if it works at all now, and then we will check after. No, nothing. 0 life. 2 milliamperes. That's it. Okay. So let me work on it. I see lubricant is here. Someone has been working on this deck as belt replaced, but it was far long. I see that belt needs to be replaced here, and I will do it. And here is an idler, pretty rare version. I saw they stopped install idler in 1986, like 1 year after this deck started manufacturing, and then they've been replacing them with gears, like when they've been working on the warranty or like on repairs. All right, moving on. See you soon. And here we go. Motor is disassembled. I will start cleaning now. It's heavily oxidized. There is still good life on the contacts. See, those still thick. I will clean everything, lubricate, and assemble back. That's how many parts. Just don't be afraid to do it. It disassembles quite easily. See you soon. All right, and here how it looks like when it's deoxidized. It's clean, and contacts here is clean. Okay, now we'll lubricate both bearings and assemble, and we'll test. All right, I assembled everything back. Here are 3 volts DC. As you may see, even from 3 volts, it works pretty well. A little bit slow. From 4 volts, it works perfect. So 4 volts, 3.9. It works quick and perfect. No issues at all. All right, this motor has been fixed. Let me take a look at the other one, if it's work. At this point, I may think that it may not. Okay. Huh? It works. Let's see opposite direction. So, azimuth motor still works. That's a good thing. Oh yeah. So now time to clean, replace belts, assemble, and see you in a moment. All right, everything has been assembled and ready to be put back into the deck. That's clean tape pass. Head has significant wear, probably the most worn from all CR-7s I have seen. As a surprise, because they've been like used in the United States. Usually those has lower wear, but we have what we have. I check it up, motors in place, they work. Lubricated capstan shafts, replaced both belts with FSP or FRP, like the best on the markets. The last batch I have ordered and last year, and I still have few belts left. FSP, I believe, belts. So time to assemble everything back and see how everything will work. See you in a moment. All right, I make it work. So fast forward, rewind, playback, back tangent, everything in place. Good. Now I have to clean pinch rollers, demagnetize. So what could happen if you assemble wrong, right? If you rotate poles of the motor, it just will start rotating the reverse position. So like, and if you assembled everything, you see that this will work like every mode will pull up the heads and then it gets into the mode. That means like that you need to reverse wires on the motor, that's it. And it will start work properly right away. So don't be scared, it's not scary thing. All right. Now I will clean, demagnetize, assemble front, and we will start testing what this deck is capable of. See you soon. All right, demagnetize it and clean it well with rubber renew. So that's how pinch rollers look after cleaning. They look like new. Now I will test torque, everything, and let's see what's next. I hope you would not be scared, but I measured playback torque and it was jumping like crazy between 20 and 35, and I cannot leave the deck in this condition. I clean it up and use it rubber renew on this idler. It didn't help. The problem is with mechanism itself. It's barely uses spring, barely touches. So everything is so bad that I decided to use my donor to install gears and make this deck perfect. However, like it's required like full disassembly. Like technically you may see how many parts on each of them needs to be done. Like it's just ridiculous. Just to pull real motor, you have to disassemble everything. All right, let me do the swap. See you soon. And here I continue the assembly. I'm already swapped the gear mechanism, but also means that we need to swap the real tables because this has tooth and this don't. All right. So install it all idler into the old transport. But wow, that much work for nothing. See you soon. Oh, that was a lot. But finally you see gears assembled and should finally work properly. And I hope that would be it. That was a lot of work to disassemble everything, assemble, make sure that everything is aligned, This mechanism is aligned here, here. You see my pain, right? I did hate Sankyo tape transport before due to poor parameters and results they given, but now I hate them even more because so many pieces is just like edit later. Oh, we forget something. Oh, let's put like another like spacer or another piece of metal or whatever. Like, so annoying. Nothing plays well together. Like you have to find a single position where like you will put parts together and screw them later. Like, don't like it. Okay, everyone. Finally, I get the proper numbers: 40 take up and 9 supply side. Now strong rewind, strong fast forward. I did it. Good. Now I can test if it's plays. Give me a second. Let's put some tape in it. Both channels play. I hear azimuth adjustment. Azimuth adjustment works, a little bit quirky, but it just needs more workout to work better. You see? And it works better. Alright, good. That means I'm on the right way. Would be able to complete this work season. Alright guys, and I'm continuing my tests. I'm installing the Dolby tape and I see that the deck hotter by at least 1 decibel, and it's not even between left and right channel. So that means like that we would need to tune it up, and I tune it azimuth by ears using factory tape. We can validate now how well I still hear 10 kilohertz able and more, and how I'm able to tune it up. Let me see. Oh, I did pretty well. We may try to play left right, see if I was tuning it correctly. But if you see marks here, the red marks, it's kind of almost 90 degrees off, maybe a little bit less. So goes down, goes up, come on. That's the best position. Yeah, it's a little bit closer to the original. I was probably like 1 or 2 clicks here. But that gives us maximum oil, and again it should be -10, and it shows higher on my tape. So let me pull up to remind me like where is the playback levels. I need to SRS manual to tune it up. See you soon. Alright guys, to tune up the playback we need test unit to be connected. Click test and center. It will show that display. Alright, if tape not playing, it will be empty. Now when tape is playing, it shows azimuth position, and it shows azimuth is properly set. And we connect into TP 102, like, oh no, 101 and 201 right here. And now we're able to adjust levels here on the playback amplifier, and it should be 350 millivolts, and as you may see it's 395. That's what I will be fixing. Let me do it. See you in a moment. Right, I have tuned it and now it's placed, and you may see zeros, and you may see the both waves are even. Right channel or left channel like was a little bit closer, like one was 395, one was 375. So I made them 350 and everything is normalized. Probably someone did test without this unit. So the problem, if you test, like adjust without this unit, it keeps the position from latest tuning, right? So there is like optical chips right there, like they will affect. So you have to click center to make sure that it will center those positions, and levels will be kept in the middle. That's where you properly tune in everything. Okay. All right. Moving on. And here I'm playing my frequency sweep tape. It's recorded on Sony with calibration by equalization and bias. And as you may see, it gives plus 3 decibel at 15 kilohertz, comparing to 400 Hz. So 400 Hz to 10 kilohertz, it keeps levels and then it's growing. It's a Nakamichi frequency response. That is correct. So that is how it should be. So we measure it that heads are in a decent shape. Still like no issues with degradation of quality of high frequencies. And that's a good sign. So let me continue tuning up and I see you soon. So guys, I had to adjust record azimuth and I'm recording without calibration, and what I see that someone has been messing up with this deck, with the tuning, because like from many times we observe it with the default setting, right? I want like turn it off and turn it on deck, so we may do it again. With default setting, our CPU should run like plus 3 decibel, I believe, even more on the normal tape, and it just runs like where it should be without calibration. So levels are even like through all the range, nothing changes. All right, that means like I need to go through the full set of tuning of this deck. See you soon. All right. It took a couple hours. You know, like this deck probably has most sophisticated tuning procedure, and usually takes between 1.5 and 2 hours to calibrate these decks. And you have to follow step by step, calibrate all indicator positions, azimuth positions on indicator on the bias has a pretty specific procedure. Like you have to put on maximum, then calibrate levels here, then return back there, then like on top of the calibration board, you have lots of adjustments, including the ADC positions, including the levels on the lower board for the generators. Like everything was a little bit off. Like I wouldn't say that it was much off, a little bit off, but the biggest difference was with opto pairs. You know that they degrade over time, and in this case the difference between left and right channel was 1.5 decibel. So during recording it was calibrating like channels differently. Now it will calibrate 1-to-1. So I tuned everything. I didn't test recording yet myself, so let's start from after calibration process and then see how it will record and play. Okay, calibrated. Now let me set levels. Okay, zeros. And let's do frequency sweep from 400 Hz to 20 kilohertz. So we need change level, output level from generator, amplitude. Let's go to -20, and then we can start. So it will do like that. During 20 seconds it will go from 400 Hz to 20 kilohertz and back. Now we have -20 here. Let's start recording and let's check the output levels. Source, tape. I may also control here on -20 to see that levels would not change. And let's type on tape. It's almost ideal. 0.2, 0.3 decibel on the left channel through the range, but after 18 kilohertz it changes position, so left goes a little bit higher by 0.2 decibel and right goes a little bit lower, but up to 18 kilohertz, so there is no difference. See, so it's 400 hertz, 1 kilohertz, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20. All right, you see how perfect it is now. Good. Testing next tape. A 6 calibration. You need to have the special device to calibrate the deck, so you can change the mode, like follow instructions. Otherwise, it would not do what you need to. And again, we have the perfect azimuth levels. Everything is good. On this tape, like above 18 kilohertz, it drops by 1 decibel approximately. But that's it. And this tape, like, is famous. It has a little bump between 3 and 8 kilohertz, around 1 decibel. So sounds a little bit more bright. At 10 kilohertz, it's even. 12, 14, 16, starts to drop half decibel, 18, 1 decibel. So, but that's probably the tape quality. It was recorded multiple times. And the last tape would be TDK MA, metal tape. Let's do calibration. SA was like flat to 18 kilohertz. All right, and recording 15, 17, 18 and a half. Yeah, it gets like -1 decibel after 18 kilohertz. All the rest is even on metal tape either. Okay, done. So that would be it for this nice deck. It really plays nice, don't get me wrong. My experience shows that there are possible upgrades. After all my latest research, I would highly recommend to go with Vima. And I'm like creating a special video for everyone to learn like why I recommend Vima and what's the difference between electrolytics and Vima capacitors. Not Vima, like film capacitors. And what I learned over the last few months is I was talking to ChatGPT. We've been discussing different options, how it affects sounds, what's the physical processes happening in the capacitors, and you know what? We've been cheated. So we should not use electrolytes on the sound path at all, and I will explain why. I prepared a slide deck, so I need some time to create this video. All right, see you soon, and bye-bye.